your password could already be in the hands of cybercriminals. Seriously, imagine waking up tomorrow, grabbing your coffee, logging into your computer, and instead of your normal desktop, you get hit with a glaring red screen demanding thousands of dollars in crypto. Everything is locked down, and it very well might have started with just a single stolen password. Today in this explainer, we are going to completely demystify ransomware. We'll break down the life cycle of these attacks, look at how the adversaries operate, and most importantly, figure out exactly how to stop them in their tracks.
We've got a really clear roadmap for today. We're breaking this down into 3 actionable phases. First, the threat. Second, the break-in. And finally, the defense.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the threat, so we can really understand the weapon that's being used against us.
So, what exactly is this stuff? Well, according to CISA and the FOIT group, ransomware is a highly specialized malicious software that scrambles your data or just completely locks you out of your system until you pay a ransom, which is usually in cryptocurrency. And get this, a new ransomware attack happens every 14 seconds globally. 14 seconds! But to really grasp how it works, we need to take a quick look at encryption.
Think of encryption kind of like a giant, heavy steel safe. Your files? They haven't actually been deleted. They are still sitting right there on your hard drive. But a super complex cryptographic algorithm has essentially placed them inside an impenetrable safe, and the cybercriminal holds the only unique digital key. As the ransomware attack playbook points out, without that specific cryptographic key, modern encryption is literally unbreakable for the average user.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how much the threat has evolved. It used to just be standard extortion. You pay the ransom, you get your key. But as backups got better, attackers pivoted to something called double extortion, which was highlighted by SBS Cybersecurity. Now, before they even lock you out, they use malware or leverage data breaches to secretly steal your most sensitive files. So the demand becomes, pay us or we leak all your private data and financial records to the public internet. The stakes are absolutely higher than ever.
Let's move on to Section 2, the break-in, and take a look at the attacker's playbook to see how they're getting through our digital walls.
First off, let's bust a major Hollywood myth. Cybercriminals aren't physically breaking into server rooms with a crowbar. They rarely have physical access to a machine. They're breaking in remotely over the internet, and honestly, usually they do it by simply logging in. If you have weak passwords or a bad habit of password reuse, you're basically leaving the front door wide open. Like we said, your password could already be in the hands of cybercriminals right now.
Attackers generally use 3 primary vectors to get in. Number 1 is phishing. These are highly realistic emails designed to trick human psychology, often sending you to fake phishing websites that just steal your passwords or tricking you into downloading malicious attachments. Number 2 is fake downloads, where they hide ransomware in free software or games. And number 3, unpatched software.
We really need to elaborate on that third point, unpatched software, because it requires absolutely zero interaction from you. Operating systems and apps inevitably have security vulnerabilities, little technical flaws. When vendors find these flaws, they release updates or patches to fix them. But if you ignore that update now notification, your software stays vulnerable. Organizations like Unitrends report that attackers deploy automated tools that constantly scan the web, just hunting for these specific unpatched holes. When they find one, it's like finding an open window on a house. They just climb right in and install the malware silently while you're fast asleep.
Let's move to Section 3, the defense, and see how this builds into an actual strategy to defeat these sophisticated threats. When it comes down to it, prevention is everything. CISA recommends a defense-in-depth strategy, and it's actually pretty simple. First, keep your devices updated automatically. Second, use a password manager to create unique passwords, and absolutely enable multi-factor authentication or MFA. MFA blocks attackers even if they do manage to steal your password. Third, practice email vigilance, avoid suspicious websites like the plague, and run reputable security software. But listen, there is one crucial step that acts as your absolute last line of defense.
I'm talking about the backup rule. Backups are essential, right? But standard, connected backups just aren't enough anymore. Advanced ransomware is incredibly smart. Before it locks your computer, it actively searches your network for connected backup drives and cloud folders to encrypt those as well. If your backup drive is permanently plugged into your PC, it gets locked in the exact same steel safe as your original files. So, to survive an attack, your backups must be stored offline. They need to be on an external drive that you physically unplug and throw in a drawer, or in a secure, immutable cloud environment that cannot be overridden. That guarantees that no matter what happens to your main system, your files are completely untouched and ready to go.
So, I'll leave you with this. Is your digital safe truly secure? Don't wait for a red screen or a leaked password to find out. Take 10 minutes today to verify your offline backups, update your software, and lock down your accounts. A strong password is only the first step. Build your defenses now, before the next attack strikes. Follow for more beginner-friendly cybersecurity lessons.